Test, test, test.
Test, I can hear you.
I can hear
Test.
you. Might be a little loud here. So again, I want to apologize if there's any technical difficulties. We're trying our best here. Mr. Irving's doing a great job and putting in some time and effort into helping us try to figure out some internet connections, internet speed, and things like that. Also want to thank Mr. Sheffield for coming up with a great idea earlier during the girls' game. If you'd like to log in and watch the huddle film or the huddle camera here, and then turn on our beautiful voices for the with commentary video, and you can listen to us at the same time while you also watch the better feed. We're trying to log in and trying to use the huddle camera as well because our camera wasn't working. So right now it's boggling everything down. So if you want to go onto the huddle camera, the huddle feed, the one that does not say with commentary, turn that one on, and then in the background turn on the one that says with commentary. You can hear me and Mr. Sneller call this game between the I-35 Roadrunners and the Earlham Cardinals. I believe Mr. Sneller.
The sound was fine.
Yeah.
The sound was fine when you guys were broadcasting.
Okay, I believe Mr. Sneller is watching the end of this Hawkeye game. And the Hawkeyes, I could do the play-by-play on this one, but I don't think I want to after that point by the Indiana Hoosiers.
Yeah, it's not.
So we'll get to the game at hand here. Okay, we've got the Earlham Cardinals and the I-35 Roadrunners in a West Central Conference battle. We'll go over records, schedules, conference standings, rankings, postseason stuff throughout the game at timeouts or various breaks and everything. But for right now, I'll go over kind of the starters. I'm sure the announcer will do it too, but for Earlham, we've got the usual starting lineup of Ty Forge, Blake Reynolds, Jarrett Peterson, Tanner Morrison, and Callan Nicholson. That's 4 seniors and a junior. And for the I-35 boys, we've got Christian Williamson, a senior, Will Goring, a junior, Chase Dixon, a senior, Ben McCudden, sophomore, and Brandon Goring, a junior. And I apologize if I'm mispronouncing anybody's name. If you want to log into the chat and tell us how to correctly pronounce it, that'd be great. If not, I apologize. We're just doing our best. So we've got about 45 seconds to tip here. I-35 boys and Earlham boys met up earlier on December 19th, and Earlham got the better hand of that matchup. Here you can listen to the pep band going through stuff and the starting lineups as well. Can you hear me now, Snow?
Yes, I can. Okay. That's better.
All right. So if you did not catch that back end of starting lineups, I went through starting lineups for both teams. And our announcer will do that right now for you as well while you can listen to the pep band.
Once again, welcome to Earlham High School at tonight's West Central Conference matchup between the I-35 Roadrunners and your Earlham Cardinals. Let's meet tonight's starting lineups. First for our guests, number 1, a senior, Christian Williamson. Number 3, a junior, Will Goring. Number 11, a senior, Chase Dixon. Number 23, a sophomore, Ben McCudden. And number 34, a junior, Brendan Goring. The Roadrunners are coached by Nate Rankin and Kevin Boyes. And now for your Cardinals! Number 0, a senior, Ty Bush. Number 1, a junior, Blake Reynolds. Number 2, a senior, Jarrett Peterson. Number 5, a senior, Tanner Morrison. And number 10, a senior, Callan Nicholson. The Cards are coached by Kevin Williamson, John Peterson, and Alex Tye.
So if you're just joining us, we're about to tip off the boys' game. We just got done with the girls' game in which the I-35 Roadrunners avenged a loss from earlier this year to get the better end of Earlham Cardinals. Okay, so
Yeah.
So I went over starting lineups earlier. You might have just heard it from the announcers as well. I'll go over them quickly again for anybody tuning in right now. So for the Earlham Cardinals, we got Nicholson, Peterson, Morrison, Reynolds, and Forcht. And for the I-35 Roadrunners, we got Williamson, Goring, Dixon, McCudden, and Goring again.
And Earlham's going to control the tip there. Forge kind of steals it away from number 3, Goring.
So here we go. Peterson, 3, no good. Rebound, Morrison. Great pass there from Morrison to Reynolds, and Reynolds is going to get the floater to go. So I stated it earlier that Earlham was able to get the better end of I-35 there on December 19th at I-35. They ended up winning that game 48-39, and we'll try to cover, a little bit of notes throughout that game later on throughout this game. So we've got number 23, McCudden at the top. He's going to drive in. Left-handed shot is good over Nicholson.
Morrison will bring the ball up the court. To Forge in the corner. Forge for a 3.
No good. Good battle there by Goring and Peterson going for the rebound. McCudden's taking it up. McCudden is leading the team with 9 points a game. That's tied with other Will Goring. We got to make sure we specify here sometimes because there is 2 of them.
Yeah.
So there was a bucket by number 11, Chase Dixon, who averages 2.4 points per game. We got good ball movement here by Earlham.
Reynolds
Deep
from
three
downtown
by
to good.
From Reynolds, and it's good. I think he made that from Van Meter back there.
Yes.
McCudden takes it up. Over to Dixon, over to Will Goring. We'll try to specify, but if we don't, that's okay. Okay, McCudden's got it again. Back to Goring. Over to Dixon. Good battle here on the post. Good contest there. Great contest again from Nicholson.
Nicholson with the block. It'll go out of bounds off of I-35.
Yep, Reynolds got that rebound, got tipped that way from Will Goring. So good start here for both teams, 5-4, about 2 minutes into the first quarter. Earlham leads 5-4. Reynolds has got all 5 for Earlham. There you go, some good ball movement again. Here's Jarrett Peterson, a little fadeaway jumper.
In and out.
I think that was a rebound by Dixon. There's McCudden driving it. Good tip there by Reynolds. Reynolds got the steal. He's going to attack Dixon. Going to make him make a decision. Morrison, good take, no good. Reynolds, tip back, no good. Rebound, fadeaway jumper, good.
Reynolds with the first 7 points of the game for Earlham.
And that's great for Reynolds because Reynolds was having, a tough game, against Madrid. He was able to get back on track against Nottoway Valley, but he is the leading scorer for their own Cardinals. There's a deep 3 by number 1, Williamson, and rebound to Forge. And Forge is going to push the pace here. Now Tanner Morrison is just going to slow it down. I think he calls out Kansas. If you didn't see, Iowa State got a big win this weekend against Kansas. That is a deep 3, and Blake Reynolds is on fire. He's got 10, and they're going to take a timeout. That's a great start by Blake Reynolds. A little step back in between the legs 3. He's got 10 out of 10, and we are only 3 minutes into this game.
Yeah, he 2 shots in the lane, 2 threes. Great start for him.
So I know you went down to the Nottoway Valley game to watch our boys play. Do you have any thoughts about how they played?
Yeah, they came out and played really well. Nottoway Valley is not as good as they've been in the past, but the boys just came out and they shot the ball really well. Walker Hale came off the bench and shot the ball really well. He's kind of come out of his shooting slump from this year and done really well.
Yep, I've got some more notes on that. So we had the Earlham Cardinals against Nottoway Valley on Saturday. They had 13 threes, and they had 11 people score. So that was a lot of boys scoring in that game. So that was awesome for them to do that, and they ended up scoring 84 points, beating Nottoway Valley by 39. So here we go. We're back in action here. We got Dixon in the corner, trying to get the ball into number 40. That'd be Porter
Long
Canoy.
3, rebound cleared by Morrison. Morrison will work the ball up.
And it looks like McCudden's starting to pick up the defense here on Reynolds after he's got 10 out of 10 right now. Reynolds is going to get another shot here. It's
And that'll
in. 12 points for Blake Reynolds.
That hit the front, the back, the sides. That was a nice shot there by Blake.
Into Kanoy. Kanoy out to number 34, still trying to learn names. I believe that's a goal ring that got that bucket there.
Who,
Yep,
number
Brendan.
11?
Number
No,
34.
34.
Yep. So we've got Blake Reynolds with all 12, and Earlham's up 12-6, about 4 minutes into this game. I think Peterson wanted the back door there. He didn't get it from Forts, but Peterson's going to drive in, a little fadeaway, and he got
And
it.
there's the first points by somebody other than Blake Reynolds.
And
14-6, Earlham. The 3:30 mark of the first quarter.
And I'm pretty sure Earlham's gotten quite a few lucky bounces with those rims right now. There's Dixon with the rebound. He's going to miss the layup, and Peterson gets the offensive rebound. He's pushing, Morrison's pushing pace, excuse me. Over to Reynolds. Is he still hot, on fire? Yes, he is. Oh, wow.
That
I
was
thought
right
that was,
on,
I
little
thought that
long.
was in. That was a great look. Called it early. Here's McCudden driving. Right-handed layup, no good. Over to Dixon. Dixon off the backboard. Nope. Reynolds rebound. He's getting fouled a little bit, but no call. They're letting him play. Kanoy gets the steal, gets the bucket. 14-8, Earlham. Any thoughts on the first 4 minutes or so here? Mr.
Yeah,
Sneller?
playing really well. A little physical. And
Oh, wow.
he puts the ball in the crotch of the hoop.
Right after I said that we were getting all the lucky bounces.
That hit just the right spot.
So we got quite a few subs here for I-35. Number 13, which is Jordan Rankin. Number 14, Andrew Howard. And I believe there was one more that came in.
Is that cousin Andrew?
Not that I know of.
Oh.
There's plenty of Howards out there, but I don't know if that's cousin Andrew. Here we go, McCudden, a little ball screen action here with Kanoy. Great pass there, and he's going to miss the layup. I think that was Howard that missed it, and he gets it back. Was that Howard? No, that was Rankin.
Rankin.
Yep, Rankin missed the layup, got it back, went back up with his left hand. It's 14-10. Little dribble weave action here for Earlham. Watch for one of these guys to attack just like that.
And Morrison's going to dribble it off his foot.
So we got a sub in here. Walker Hale comes in for Jarrett Peterson, and Carter Hoarts comes in for Tyler Forge for Earlham. We got McCudden dribbling it up. He goes over to Howard on the right. Rankin over to Williamson. Howard, he's going to travel. A little bit happy feet there. Ended up walking. So like we said it earlier during the girls' game, if you didn't catch us, we're being refereed by some famous guys here from Three Blind Refs, famous podcast here in the state of Iowa, and they do a very nice job refereeing, and they do a very nice job giving an outlook on officiating. I know John talked about it, or Mr. Sneller talked about it earlier during the girls' game, but they give a pretty nice job on their podcast of going through, what are their thoughts on different types of fouls. I know you talked about the over the back and things like that as well.
Yeah, they really do. Fun to listen to. Right now, Carter Hohart's at the foul at the line. Well, she's shooting two, misses the first one, the front end.
Yep, so here we got 14-10. Carter Hoart's shooting one. I think we got another sub here for I-35. We got Jack Glenn. Makes by Carter Hoart's, and Earlham's going to get into their press. A little 2-2-1 action here.
Hohart's tries to jump the pass. Now they got him trapped. Well, kind of. He got pass out of it.
Uh-oh. Here's Kanoy down on the block. Good pivot work there. And I thought he might have gotten an and one there, but I think it might have been Walker Hale that got called for the foul there, maybe a little body.
Yes. Kanoy will go to the line to shoot two. I keep wanting to say 1 and 1. But
yeah, you're right. Talked about that during the girls' game as well. It's very different. So Kanoy makes the first one. Kanoy
He
is
a 50% free. No. Free throw shoot, 52%.
Gotcha. Yep. So we got Kanoy at the free throw line. Let's see if he makes the second one. He's going to miss it on the right.
Walker Hale clears the rebound. Reynolds will push the ball.
Very clean game so far. A couple turnovers here and there.
Reynolds,
And
a
there's
nice little step back.
Reynolds is really showing up today. He's got 14 out of the 17. Reynolds alone is outscoring I-35. Good left-handed layup by Williamson, no good. I would imagine this might be a heat check for Blake Reynolds. No, it's a great pass over. Carter Howards, three, no good. McCudden, rebound. Pushes the pace, gets a little bump from Tanner Morrison and a call. And that's only the second team foul. Very clean game so far.
Yes. I feel like at the end of the first quarter of the girls' game, there was about 9 or 10 fouls.
Yes, absolutely. Okay, so we got a couple more people coming in for I-35. I think we had number 3 there check in, and that would be Will Goring.
Yes. Will Goring, number 3.
Here's a little old Wisconsin action here, and a little floppy on the backside. If you watch any college basketball, you'll know what I'm talking about, but a great take by McCudden.
Cutting with the lay-in.
So here we go, 25 seconds ago, 17-13, Earlham up. Tanner Morrison trying to direct traffic here. Try not to get a 5-second call. I would imagine this is going to be a last-second shot. McCudden playing some great defense. Morrison just doing enough to clear the 5-second call.
Yes.
Walker Hale, great pass over to Jared Peterson and one.
Jared's going to go up and one. That's a great finish there by Peterson at the basket.
And I kind of like, I don't know if that was the intention of the play, but that little dribble weave gave Walker Hale enough to kind of turn the corner and get in and dish it to the backside.
Yep.
So we got Jared Peterson shooting one. That's good. 20-13, 3 seconds, 2 seconds left, and they're going to call Tanner Morrison. That was questionable, and I think Tanner's letting him know that that was questionable. Hopefully, nothing else happens here.
Yeah, it's his second foul in a short time. Saturday night they were at I-35, won that game. Tonight, obviously, Nottoway Valley.
Yep.
Saturday night. Tonight, Interstate 35. Thursday, the girl-boy doubleheader at Creston. And then Friday they go to Ogden, and then next Tuesday, DMC, and that's at home.
Yep.
And then that'll round out regular season play, and then they start tournament play the following week.
Yep. So they've had a tough stretch here. In the last about a week and a half, they've played Van Meter, who's very talented, Pleasantville, who I think is one of the better 7-win teams in the state, ACGC, and Madrid. And Madrid currently is ranked number 2 in Class 1A. So some very talented teams that they've played down, these past few weeks. And
Absolutely.
We'll get into conference standings and I-35 schedule.
All the snow days.
Absolutely.
Really, kind of didn't help scheduling-wise. They pack a lot of games in a short period of time.
Absolutely. I think we talked about the girls' team. The girls' team was playing, 8 games in 9 days or something like that. So Blake Peterson missed a shot to start off the second half. McCudden up to, I believe that's one of the Goring boys.
Yep.
It's Brendan, and he got the little shot fake, and he got the bucket here. So 20-17, about 30 seconds in. So again, if we're having any technical difficulties, I just want to apologize. We tried our best. Mr. Irving was trying us for quite a while. We've been getting texts back and forth about stuff that we could do a little bit differently, but again, we're just trying our best. So it was recommended that maybe you go to the live feed on the Huddle feed with no sound, and then you go over to our feed and you can listen to us talk. So as I was talking and saying that, Jack Glenn was able to hit a shot to make it 20-20 on a little elevator screen there. So here's Walker Hale bringing the ball up for Earlham. Forced at the top of the key. Here's Peterson. Peterson over to Howards. Ball screen here to Hale. Hale, good take. That's going to be a block.
And then nice take, Hale go to the line to shoot 2. Nice take by Walker.
Yep, I think that foul was on number 33. Is that Jack Glenn? I think that just hit the shot, either 33 or 34. Somebody was on there. Yep, Jack Glenn, number
That's
33.
his first. Nobody in real foul troubles. That's only the 4th foul of the game.
Yes, yeah, a little bit different than the girls' game. The girls' game, you know, Earlham had quite a few girls that were, you know, just on that brink of foul trouble or not, and where do you play them and things like that. So we had number 11 check in, and that would be Chase Dixon.
Hale misses the second at 21-20. Earlham at the 6:45 mark of the first half or second quarter.
It's McCundon over to Dixon. Dixon to Glenn, back to Dixon. Earlham playing a little man-to-man. We saw some zone in the first game during the girls' game. There's number 34. I believe that was a Goring boy that shot it.
Hurts will clear the rebound. Hale
Walker
for three. Nope.
Rebound by Dixon. McCundon bringing it up on the left side. Steal by Reynolds.
Steal by, yeah, Holhurst with the tip. Steal by Reynolds. Reynolds tried to push to Walker Hale,
Yeah.
but the ball was tipped out of bounds. Still 21-20.
Yep, and we got number 2 checking in. I think that's his first action here. Hutch Howard. So not a cousin that I know of, but Hutch is a pretty good name. Here we go, Peterson down low, or I guess a little mid-range there.
Thought he got bumped on the elbow there, but maybe not.
Here's one of the Goring boys. He goes over to Howard. Howard to Glenn. Glenn to Dixon. Dixon trying to get a little back door there on Forge. Wasn't able to get it. Here's Howard on a take. Oh.
Peterson the rebound. Reynolds, and Reynolds will bring the ball up. Forge will get the offense set.
Good take by Blake Reynolds. Just a little off balance there. Rebound by Callan Nicholson. He's going to get fouled.
And he'll go to the line and shoot two.
I think that might be on Goring number 34, I think. Refs were talking about who they're going to call that on, and it looks like it was on Goring. So if you look at leading scores, you know, for both teams, Blake Reynolds leads Earlham with 12.8 per game. He's got 14 so far tonight. If you look for I-35, they've got a couple dudes that are about the same, you know, amount scoring. Will Goring, number 3, he averages 9.2. And then we got Ben McCundon, who averages 9. So pretty balanced scoring for I-35. Same for Earlham as well. Nicholson went 1 for 2 on that one. There's Goring over to Howard. Howard over to Goring again. And this is Will Goring. Goring to Glenn. Back to Williamson. Back to Howard. And Earlham playing pretty good defense so far. Nicholson.
They've been doing a pretty good job.
Yeah. Goring was able to score over Nicholson, and Forge is able to push the pace. And did they get a foul there, Sneller?
Well, there's a foul, but it was on the floor.
On the floor, gotcha.
So that'll be their third foul. 2 more, and Earlham's going to be shooting.
So here we got Tanner Morrison checking in, and Ben McCundon, checking in for I-35. Inbound was to Nicholson. He's going to go back to Morrison. He's at the top of the key. Morrison to Reynolds. Reynolds back to Morrison. Morrison to Peterson to Forge. And Morrison trying to direct traffic a little bit.
Reynolds fouled, and he'll go to the line and shoot 2.
Was he trying to pass that? I mean,
I think he was trying to go up. Maybe he was in the last second. I thought he
Yeah.
was trying to go at the basket.
Yeah, I see why you call that shooting, but you kind of the way the ball came off his hand looked like it might have been a pass over to Forge, but Reynolds misses the first. Reynolds is I believe he's a pretty high percentage free throw shooter. He's 82% on the year.
Reynolds' second free throw up and
Off
to
again.
the right as well.
Yeah. So Reynolds has got 14. He was really hot at the start. Just kind of cooled down since. Great defense there by Ty Forge. And there's a block by Nicholson. I think he called it earlier. Is that Nicholson's second block?
Yeah, I was.
And I think last game, if I remember right, when they played earlier, Nicholson had a couple blocks as well when they played earlier. So,
Daddy.
yeah, here we go.
34.
That's one of the goal rings. That could have been a third foul on Morrison, but it was a no call here. Williamson for three. In and out. Earlham's given up 3 offensive rebounds this possession. He got to box out a little bit.
Yeah, it's kind of the same story from the girls' game.
Yeah, absolutely.
A lot of offensive rebounds.
And that's been the story lately for Earlham as well. In 2 out of the last 3 games, Madrid and ACGC last week on Thursday and Friday, Earlham boys got outscored out rebounded by 15 in one of them and 14 in the other. So we kind of said we'd go through I-35's upcoming schedule. If you want to go through that, Sneller.
Yeah.
Kind of talk about what they have coming up after this game tonight.
Yeah, so where are we here at? So I-35 on the 29th, we'll go to Woodward or Granger. Well, no, I'm sorry. That is that was 29th. Last night they were at Woodward or Granger. Tonight, obviously here in Earlham, they go to ACGC. Then they go to Madrid. Then they have Mount Air, Pleasantville, and Nottoway Valley to round out the year.
Yep. So here's the lob from Goring to Williamson, and that looked like might be a walk, but they didn't call it. And hopefully that is not on Morrison, or else that might be number 3, right? Is that number 3 or number?
That's number 3 on him.
3. I think the scoreboard might have it wrong. I think that is 3. Carter Howards checks in for Tanner Morrison.
They're just kind of out scrapping us.
Yes, absolutely. And we said it during the girls' game. You said it too. Like the balls are just kind of rolling I-35's way right now.
That might have been out of bounds on Earlham.
Good pass there. Good assist from Blake
Nice
Reynolds.
finish at the hoop by Peterson.
Yep, so Peterson and Reynolds combined for 21 of the 24 right now. It's 24-22 Earlham. Williamson with a take, blocked by Peterson. And that's already a couple blocks, like you said earlier. Already a couple blocks, and I think we got a timeout I-35. So we got back-to-back timeouts pretty quickly.
Yes.
So I'll go over kind of the conference standings so far with a couple games left to go. So Earlham started off really hot. They were, I believe, 11-0, 10-0, start off the season and kind of played some tough teams down the stretch. But at West Central Conference standings right now, we've got Madrid 14-2, ACGC 11-4. Then you got Earlham and Panorama both with 11 wins. You got Van Meter with 10. Then you got quite a few teams at 9 wins or 8 wins: Des Moines Christian, Ogden, Pleasantville, Woodward Granger. And you got West Central Valley and Interstate 35 kind of rounding out the top end. So both teams fighting for conference standings along with postseason seeding.
Yes. I-35 to inbound the ball on the baseline here. That's going to be stolen by Ty Forch, but given right back up. Shot no good. Offensive rebound I-35 up, no good. Offensive rebound Ty Forch again.
That's a foul, and they might have called it on Ty Forch.
No.
Oh, no. Okay. I was going to say
it very well could have been, because he did drop that shoulder there.
Yep, and I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, but that's like 5 offensive rebounds the last 2 possessions for I-35.
Is that 5 fouls on them?
Yes, it should be, and the shooter should be Ty Forch, I believe.
Ty Forch will shoot 2 free throws.
At least he should. I have seen at times where you can kind of, not saying they should do this, but you can kind of put somebody, as you see, Blake Reynolds is headed to the line, and now they're going to convey to see who actually was fouled. See, like I said.
Yeah, they're talking about it. We'll see what they.
I told you. But I had that happen when I was in high school. At the end of the game, somebody put somebody that wasn't supposed to be at the free throw line. On the free throw line, he made both free throws and kind of iced the game. So I think they should change this. Obviously Blake Reynolds is a pretty good free throw shooter, but he's 0 for 2 for the year.
The game.
Oh, sorry.
He's
0 for 2.
82% on the year.
Sorry. Thank you for correcting me.
And
They're going to roll with Blake Reynolds here.
They're going to go with Blake Reynolds and let her roll.
I don't know if anybody else noticed that, but that should have been definitely Ty Ford shooting the free throws. Blake Reynolds makes the first one. And I could see kind of Ty Forge kind of pushing Blake towards the line, kind of saying, hey, you go shoot it.
What is Ty's shooting free throw?
I think it's 27% on the year. Blake Reynolds goes
Blake
1
is
for 2.
25% on the night.
Yeah. So here we go. 25-22, Earlham up.
But even through all that, there was really no complaint from the coaches or anything either. So obviously, Coach Williamson and Peterson and Ty aren't going to say much, but
yeah, absolutely. There's a steal by Blake Reynolds. Let's see if he can get back on track. Oh, what a move.
Oh!
What a move. Wow. What a move by Blake Reynolds. That was Rajon Rondo.
Went behind the back with the kind of a Euro step-ish move.
Went around the back as he did a Euro step. What a move. And that's his 17th point of the game.
And then he picks up a foul on the other end. But it's only his first of the game. That's going to be their third, or Earlham's third, but they are shooting because it was a shooting foul. Number 23, McCudden, hits the front end of the two-shot foul. McCudden, the sophomore, is only 51% on the year from the line. Second one up. Good. Knocks both of them down. And you have number 13, Jordan Rankin, kind of face guarding
Blake Reynolds.
At least he was coming up the court.
Yep, I would imagine he's not going to let him leave inside very often. Some good ball action here. Floater by Carter Hoarts. Jeez. Okay, fight for the rebound. It's going to go to Blake Reynolds. That's got to be a block. Ooh, that was very close. But I think that's Jack Glenn's third time ended up on the floor, either in a block or a charge situation here. So good job by him.
Hale tried to sidestep him, but not quite.
I think that's Hale's second foul. Hale and Connery going at it at the elbow a little bit. It's a little triple screen action, kind of like a stagger there.
Sure.
There's a steal by Forge. Great hustle. He slides into the bleachers. Connery with corral it. And I think that's Glenn for three. No good.
Way long.
Rebound up to Forge. He tried to be a hero there. Tried to be like Patrick Mahomes, throwing it over to Travis Kelce or something like that. But turnover it is.
He tried to fit it into a window, and he needed to put it over the top.
So I-35 kind of slowing down the pace a little bit. Oh, and that's going to be a turnover.
Rankin fumbles the ball, goes off his foot and out of bounds.
So a couple guys checking in. Dixon's checking in for I-35. I believe he's coming in for Rankin. And
yes.
Nicholson comes in for Ty Forge for Earlham. It'll be 27-24, Earlham up. 1:04 to go in the second quarter. Watch for maybe potentially a set play here with Nicholson bringing the ball up. Reynolds gets a ball screen from Carter Hoarts.
And he fumbles the ball and loses it.
Couple of turnovers back-to-back for both teams. McCundon and Glenn go back and forth a couple times, just trying to figure out what they want to run on offense. Student section getting into it for Earlham. McCundon dribbles it in. Shot fake, great shot fake there. It's going to be tipped from Jared Peterson. Blake Reynolds with the rebound. 20 seconds to go. And I think, what is that, the fifth block of the night for us, or fourth block?
Yeah, it's up there.
Great. Oh, I thought he was going to go up for it. He chooses to put in a three, or chooses to pass it out to Carter Hoarts for three. Rebound from Nicholson. Layup, it's no good. McCundon Passes up to Goring. Goring, layup. No good.
No good at the buzzer. And at halftime, that's going to leave the score 27-24. Your Earlham Cardinals on top.
Yep.
As we go into halftime, we'll leave you to listen to the pep band, and
Yep.
we'll catch you on the other side of halftime.
And just a reminder, if you are experiencing any technical difficulties, which we are, tune into the Huddle live feed, the one that says no commentary, and then turn our beautiful voices on for the one that has commentary. Testing, testing, testing. Can you hear me? A little delayed. So welcome everybody to the second half here at Earlham High School. Right now we're going through some technical difficulties. We're trying our best to try to get it loading to be best for you guys. So if it is struggling to load for you, or if it's kind of looking like a glitch, that's because it kind of is on our end as well. We're trying to figure out internet-wise, things like that, what I would recommend you to do, and we've heard this from Mrs. Sheffield as well. Log in and view the Earlham High School boys basketball live stream. Yes. Is it working better?
Yeah, well, you can hear us talking.
Okay. All right. So
about Caden's dad and wrestling.
Oh, you could? Yeah.
Yep.
All right. So just log on to YouTube and find the Earlham High School boys basketball, like just a huddle camera feed, well, without commentary. Then you can put us on in the background and listen to us for free. So lucky you.
Yes.
So we're going to start off this second half. We've got a 27-24 game, pretty competitive game. For the Earlham Cardinals, the leading scorer is Blake Reynolds with 17. He started off with 14 in the first quarter. And then
the first 10 points of the game.
Yeah, absolutely. And then you have I-35 that has two guys with 6. You got McCundon and Brendan Goring with 6.
Yeah. Welcome back. I guess we'll start off, and it will be I-35 will start off with the ball.
So you can hear the pep band. They're doing a great job tonight. I think the official is waiting for the pep band to kind of finish up. And
sure.
Earlham's going to start off in this 2-3. Not shocked that they're throwing a little bit of zone because I-35 is not the greatest of three-point shooting teams at 24%. Here's Will Goring for 3 to try to prove me wrong. Williamson with the rebound. Over to other Goring, and it's good. 27-26.
Yeah, right now we are just struggling to rebound. And I think, like you said, it's been a struggle over the past few games.
Tanner Morrison, good look there. Great finish. So here we go. McCundon over to Will Goring. Make sure we.
And that was a nice defense on the part of Ty Forge.
Absolutely, yeah. Make sure we try to be specific here with both Gorings. Try to figure out who's who. We've got Will and Brendan that start for I-35. So McCundon over to Williamson, and Earlham's running this 2-3 zone. It's a struggle sometimes to rebound out of a 2-3 zone because you're almost in a zone. You're not picking up a man.
Well, yeah, you don't have somebody that you're specifically in charge of boxing out.
Absolutely. We'll kind of see how that goes because Earlham was struggling to box out earlier today, and now both teams are kind of struggling to box out a little bit. Jared Peterson with a big bucket there to get his 9th point of the game.
Number 23, McCudden comes back at the ball. We're inside to number 34, Matt. No.
That's another block. No, you called it out earlier. We've got a lot of blocks today.
Yes. Excuse me.
Reynolds gets a ball screen from Peterson. Reynolds over to Forge. Back to Peterson at the top of the key. Little dribble weave action here. Watch for somebody to attack. Morrison, 2-pointer. Bounces around. No good. They're going to get Callan Nicholson.
Yeah, a little too aggressive there.
On the foul. I thought it was a pretty clean first half. I didn't think there was like we said, there wasn't too much foul trouble.
No. Now watch that all change in a second. No.
I believe the only people with 2 for Earlham are Tanner Morrison and Walker Hale.
And does Morrison have 3?
I don't know if he's got 2 or 3. It says 2 on the scoreboard, but I think there was a moment where we were kind of debating if he had 3 or not. Will Goring for the rebound, no good. A rebound by Peterson.
He gets the rebound over Brandon Goring.
Peterson's got quite a few rebounds today. Deep 3 from Callan Nicholson. That was over in Winterset.
Yes.
I'm still learning my directions here a little bit here.
I'm pretty good with directions. I'm not real directional challenged. But you put me in this gym, and I'm like, yeah, that was Winterset direction.
Well, we had Blake Reynolds making from Van Meter over there earlier.
Yes,
as well.
he did.
Inbound over to Peterson. It's a great baseline out of bounds play there, and Tanner Morrison gets a big bucket.
Yes,
to get him his
it
fourth
really
point.
was. Tanner Morrison kind of comes on the backside with a little layup. And Earlham stays in this 2-3 zone. And I think part of it is they were doing a pretty good job of having some success down low, and now they can kind of collapse that. And like you said, Mr. House.
Yep.
Like you said, Mr. Howard, they're not a great three-point shooting team, but if they can sneak that guy down the baseline there.
Yep, that's Chase Dixon. And just like the girls' game, some people that don't normally score the ball very well are scoring the ball pretty well for I-35. Chase Dixon averages 2, and he's got 4, still with a quarter and a half to play.
And I know the boys didn't play last night, but I just wonder how much just all these games that run together. Now, both have affected Earlham, but it's both teams, too. I mean, everybody's affected by this, so.
Yes, after the blizzard, I think at least postponed 3 or 4 games, because of blizzard conditions, road conditions, or, future conditions.
Yeah. Well, you said you listened to these refs' podcasts about what it was like coming back after all the cancellation and stuff, and I haven't listened to that part yet. What did they say about that? So actually Forge is here pushing the ball, but they kind of talked about how they had quite a few games get postponed, and then when those games got rescheduled, maybe the next week or the week after that, they got postponed again, so then they actually ended up canceling them. Yes.
And I know they said that there was multiple times, I think they said they were on their way to maybe Carroll or somewhere around there, and there was an accident that happened, and they ended up being, if not late, very close to being late. So they talked about that, and then they talked about some of the, official, kind of like those dressing rooms or the break rooms that officials get, and how one of them had a snowbank all the way up the window, and it was, obviously pretty cold out. That looked like it might have been a foul. Sorry, we were talking about these the 3 blind refs. I'm not talking about that they're pretty bad today. I'm just talking about their podcast.
Yeah, they're actually pretty good refs. This crew, they work together a lot, and they do a podcast on a local network, Three Beards Media. You get a chance to listen to them. It kind of gives you some good perspective on what it's like from a ref's viewpoint.
Absolutely. That's a good finish by Callan Nicholson after the assist from Blake Reynolds.
And not to keep talking about the refs, but I think sometimes it's good to hear that because it's not as easy as some people in the crowd might make it sound.
Yeah, and I was listening to them and kind of the things that they go through too. They were talking about some of these. That's a foul, but anyways, I won't call them blind. They call themselves blind, but
yes.
But anyways, so they do a great job of giving a different perspective and kind of talking about how they handle situations, which is really nice to see. And they always talk about that they don't get all the calls right all the time, but they try their best and they try to get majority of them right. So here we got a 6-point game. Actually, now we got a 4-point game.
Number 11, Chase Dixon, with a kind of a floater, but off the backboard over. Who was that over? That was over Callan Nicholson.
Yep, so we got a 4-point game. Earlham leads 35-31. 3 minutes to go in the third after we got kind of sidetracked by these blind refs. Jarrett Peterson up and under on
We were missing a lot of easy shots. And Derek Peterson goes back. He goes back up. He's fouled. Because the foul did alter the shot there. 35-31 at about the 2:53 mark of the third quarter here in Earlham, Iowa. And it is Earlham 35-31 over the Interstate 35 Roadrunners.
Jarrett Peterson goes to the line to get into double digits, and there he gets in the double digits. He's got 10. He's been playing really well lately. He scored 15 against Nottoway Valley, 12 against Madrid, and 16 against ACGC. So definitely building up his points per game. He's averaging 9.9. So hopefully the good game here will take him over those double digits points per game. This is the second one, 36-31, 2:50 to go in the third. 2-3 zone still, and Sneller, you and I talked about this 2-3 zones, trying to stop things from getting inside, and but it's extremely hard to rebound out of it.
Yes, absolutely. And they're passing around, and, you know, as clean as that first half was, this second half's been fairly clean. The clock's just kind of run.
Yep. Rebound by Cal Nicholson. He's going to look for Carter Horwitz on the fast break here. Horwitz is going to attack. Sees Peterson. Peterson patented mid-ranger there. No good, and that might get in there. That's another foul on Walker Hale.
Yeah.
I think that's his third.
Should have just let that go. He kind of reached in there and bumped him.
And Blaine Tiedemann will check in for Walker Hale. Both kind of serve as the 7th and 8th guy, depending on the day, depending on the rotation.
Yeah, absolutely.
So here we go, 2 minutes to go in the third quarter, 36-31. Connery up to McDonough. McCundon, sorry. Here's Glenn over to Will Goring. Glenn, back to McCundon. McCundon shot fake. Gets Nicholson and Peterson to jump in. Great finish. He kind of flexes on him just a little bit.
That was a really good finish. He was well defended.
So I-35 very balanced out. Got a couple guys with 8 and 7, and then they got 5, 3, and 2 at least on the scoreboard. They were missing a couple that are on the bench, but that's what we see. So here's Hawards driving in. He got a ball screen from Peterson. Here's Reynolds driving.
Nice little floating layup. Finger roll, I guess.
Reynolds has got 19 and Peterson's got 10, so that makes that 29 out of the 38. And Nicholson's got quite a few boards tonight. I'd be curious to see how much he's actually got.
Yeah.
In the first game they played back in December, Nicholson had 6 rebounds. So lots of rebounds here. Tiedemann. A little quick there.
Don't reach.
I think we got a timeout by I-35. Yep.
And at the 39-second mark of, 40-second mark of the third quarter, it is 38-33. The hometown Earlham Cardinals on top.
Again, we want to apologize if there's any technical difficulties. We're trying to do everything on our end. We're just getting some texts back and forth about the live stream and how it's kind of glitching. So I think I've stated it a couple times, but Mrs. Sheffield came up with a great idea for us. If it is glitching for you, please go to the Huddle live stream, the one without commentary, so the one that just says Earlham boys basketball versus I-35. Go to that one, turn that one on, and then in the background you can turn on the one with commentary. So you can still listen to us, you can still hear our beautiful faces or beautiful voices. I mean, okay.
Yeah, you don't want to see our faces. They're not that beautiful.
You're right. So you can hear our beautiful voices for free.
Yes.
Okay, so we got Rankin bringing the ball up for I-35. Over to Glenn. Rankin over to Will Goring. Here's McCundon. There's Will Goring for 3. Good. 38-36. Some good action there. So gets it into the high post and kicks it out for a 3. Peterson bringing the ball up. Nicholson over to Hoarts. Hoarts bringing it in. Peterson's going to try to go up and got it.
Nice little reverse layup by Peterson. Use the backboard. Or use the rim.
3, 2. Here's Rankin for 3. Got it. 1-point game at the end of the third quarter. Just kind of like it started the third quarter. Very close, tightly contested game.
Yeah, they've hit some timely threes just like their girls did in the first game.
I don't know what they want me to do. Thank you. Okay, I don't know if they want me to go out and shoot hoops or go play for them. You don't want me. Okay? So now they want you, Sneller.
I don't know what they want from me either. So we're just going to let them be high school kids and be obnoxious, I guess.
I could go out there and hoop. Yeah, a couple of them are.
I would be afraid to go out there and hoop at this age.
Some students are asking about what if they don't turn in an assignment, and I think the correct answer is you get a 0.
You definitely don't get a 4.
Yes, I would imagine. So here we go. We've got a 1-point game here, depending on how distracting the student section is here, with chanting of "We want Howard" and "We want Sneller."
And they were asking for Irv too, but I said I can't hear him because we got double headphones on, and
Yeah. And sadly, Mr. Irving left. He did everything he could for the internet, and we appreciate that. So here's Peterson. He's going to jack up a shot here. Rebound with Morrison. He's going to turn it over to McCundon. McCundon pushing the pace, down 1 with 7:40 to go in the fourth quarter. Here's Conroy here. Passes it to Glenn. Will Goreng for 3. Got it. Will Goreng, big shot. He's 24% from 3, and I think he's got a couple. He's got 2 tonight, 2 timely ones.
Yeah, this is I don't know. They've done a really good job of knocking down shots when they needed them.
And you said it, the girls I-35 team hit some really timely shots as well. There's
Garrett Peterson with the answer, ties the game back up at 42.
I can't hear you.
There's a missed shot, rebound by Blaine Tiedemann.
Sorry, like I said, the student
Morrison's
section
gonna
is very
push the ball.
distracting.
Morrison's going to push the ball up the court.
Tied game here.
Reynolds with the ball.
We're going to get it to Forch up top. Reynolds over to Morrison. Morrison asking for a ball screen here with Peterson. Peterson fakes the ball screen. Here's a good look for Forch for 3. No good. Conroy rebound to McCundon. These are some big possessions here, Sneller.
Yeah, I know. Every one of these a tied game like this. And
got the student section kind of cheering up the defense here. We're going to get it into the middle to McCundon. Back out to Glenn. Glenn for 3. No good. Rebound McCundon. And like we talked about, this zone is really hard to box out people. So we've got some Earlham fans that aren't very happy with the call, but that foul was on Jarrett Peterson, right?
yeah, it's his second.
So McCundon takes the lead for I-35. McCundon is a 52% free throw shooter, so that's a big make for him. He averages 9 points a game, and he's got 8 today. I don't know if that's updated. I think he might be at 9. Yep, he's got 9 today. So he's got 10, and the I-35 Roadrunners got a 2-point lead on the Earlham Cardinals, trying to avenge a loss from earlier this season on December 19th. There's Blaine Tiedemann. No good. Long. Tiedemann missed a couple threes.
And now I feel like Earlham started to settle for some shots.
Absolutely. I'd watch to see maybe, Walker Hale or Callan Nicholson. I see Callan on the checking in right now. So it's a great call. I thought that was close enough to maybe think about it. It's a great call. So here comes Callan Nicholson in for Blaine Tiedemann. If you want some more shooting, Callan's a good one to go for. And so now you've got your starting lineup in here for Earlham, and looks like Chase Dixon is going to face guard Blake Reynolds. Blake Reynolds has got 19 of the 42. From Blake Reynolds to Jarrett Peterson, they've got 36 of the 42.
Yeah, absolutely.
Here's Peterson. He's going to go back to his right foot. That's great offense. That's 4 fouls on, I think it's Brendan Goreng. Is that his name?
Yeah,
yes.
Brendan Goreng.
Yep. So Peterson's at the line. Down to 5:10 to go. Good.
First one's up and good.
I'd be curious to see what Peterson's leading season high for points is, because 15 I feel like is pretty close. And it looks like one of the I-35 players is getting a little warning from the refs. Peterson
And
ties the game.
Ties the game, makes second free throw.
Lowering it over to Glenn. Earlham still in this 2-3 zone. And I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, but ever since they started to put McCundon in that little high post, mid post area, it's really been helping him. He's a good passer. He's a good decision maker. He leads the team in points. So there's Peterson. Good look here.
And one.
Peterson yelling, "Let's go!"
That was a great take and a great finish. Kind of rolled off the top of the key there and right straight to the basket.
Like I said, this has got to be close to a career high for Jarrett Peterson with 18 points, and we still got 4 minutes to go, and he's got the last 4, potentially 5 here.
Yes.
At least as far as my knowledge. I don't know if he's got more than that in a row. That's
and
5.
He knocks it down. And Coach Williams is going to take a full timeout there. Not the 30-second variety, the full variety.
Yeah, so we got a 3-point game, 4:40 to go. Do you have any thoughts on the second half so far? I know the first half we thought was fairly clean, but it was a 27-24 at halftime, I believe.
Yeah, I think the same thing. This has been fairly clean. They've knocked down a few more shots, maybe.
Yep.
For a team that doesn't shoot the 3-ball exceptionally well, because you look down the line, their highest percentage is 100, but that's probably.
Yes, attempt-wise, that's probably down. Yep.
But they don't have anybody that really shoots much over 33%. And the threes they've hit have just been timely, and to their credit, they've stepped up and knocked them down.
Absolutely. Yep.
And we did switch to that zone, and that is one thing that 2-3 zone or any zone really is susceptible to.
Absolutely.
Giving up the 3-ball, and we're coming out. Yeah, we're still in. Are we coming out of 2-3 zone? No. Yeah. Yep.
Yep, and like I said, McCundon in this middle has been really helping because he looks at that lob right there, and that's a good job by Ty Forts of making sure that lob's not there. And we got a little pushing down low from Connery and Forts. Rankin with the drive. Will go rank for his 3rd free of the night. They're gonna
not quite there.
And here we go. Morrison's taking the ball up 3, 4 minutes to go. Here we go. Morrison dribbling it around. Here's Callan Nicholson for 3.
Knocks it down.
Big shot there.
That was a big one. That puts them up 50-44 at the 3:50 mark of the first half.
Every win counts here for both teams, especially for postseason. Good take by Rankin, and he's going to get an and one. Rankin takes it in. Went crossover, stepped through, and then got fouled. I believe he might have got a bump by Jared Peterson.
Number 13, Jordan Rankin, is 16.7% from the free throw line. I believe he is the coach's son as well.
He's got 7 points tonight.
Does he have a 3 in there?
I think he might.
He has a 3 and maybe a 2-point field goal.
Yep.
His free throw is up. He
good.
knocks it in.
So they got a couple kids that don't shoot it great from the free throw line that have been shooting it great tonight from the free throw line. Coach wanted a little push off there. The I-35 coach is what.
Yes, he did.
And that's a 5-second count here too. And I think he might be granted it. Oh, nope, we got a timeout from Coach Williamson.
Yeah, Coach Williamson bailed his team out there by calling a timeout. I think he heard Coach Rankin call for the 5-second call, but I'm sure he noticed that on his own too. But nonetheless, they get the timeout, save the 5-second call, and hopefully they can set something up here.
Yeah, so we got 50-47, 30-second timeout here by Earlham. Both teams have got 2 timeouts left. Both teams have got 2 fouls as well in this fourth quarter. You talked about it during the girls' game. There's no more 1-and-1. So you get to 5, it's 2 free throws, and it makes games a little bit different when it comes to coaching. You know, because you're not coaching to foul somebody that potentially is going to miss the first one. They're going to get a second one either way.
Yes, absolutely.
Williamson here with the steal. Here's Will Gorang with the take. No good. They're
nice contest by Nicholson. Walker
Jared
Hale
Peterson might dunk this if he gets a chance. Oh, there was no call.
Well, he started flopping back before he. So that was a great no call there.
Yep. But Jared Peterson's got 21 tonight. I'd be curious to see if that's a career high or not. For the backside here, that's a good take by McCundon. No call. Nicholson with another rebound.
Don't force it. Don't force it.
Oh, did he get out a warning or did he give out a check?
He gave out a warning.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't see what he must have said the right 2 words consecutively.
Yeah, that's true. So even though these refs are blind, they can still hear.
Yes. Reynolds with the ball. Oh, Reynolds.
Morrison saved. He saved that clean. But Williamson, and it's steal by Morrison coming out of the scores table.
And Coach Williams is doing his best to stop the force from coming down.
Absolutely. Don't make that pass, and it worked. And Peterson's going to go back up with it, and he misses a layup. 21 points for Peterson. He just missed a layup. 2:20 to go, up 5. Nobody's going to stop ball. That's Rankin with the take. No call.
Jared Peterson snags the rebound. And I think this game, it's a 5-point game, and I think it's going faster than either one of these coaches really wanted to.
I would definitely agree.
It's only 5 points for I-35. They don't need to be moving excessively fast, but.
And I believe I-35 might be in a little zone here, but this is a good job of passing up some
Reynolds
shots.
for 3.
Oh, good. Good hustle by Walker Hale. Great hustle by Walker Hale. Good look.
Pass.
Oh my
Nicholson.
goodness.
So many missed bunnies today. Bunnies and layups.
Need a stop here. That was a great effort by Walker Hale. Even better pass from Tanner Morrison, but a missed layup from Colin Nicholson. Here's Williamson in the middle. Jumper good. 52-49, timeout I-35.
Minute 31 left. 50. Yeah, like my esteemed colleague Caden said here, 52-49.
So we got a 52-49. In the last couple possessions, we saw a jumper from Williamson to make it a 3-point game. We saw a 3-pointer from Blake Reynolds, to kind of shut the door. But before that, we got a warning to the I-35 coach. And so 2 fouls apiece going down the stretch. So if Earlham gets any sort of score here, I-35 is probably going to be having to talk about, hey, we got some fouls to give. So maybe they try to foul, maybe if this clock gets under a minute, you try to foul a couple times. So eventually you get the ball back, you can go down and score, you get a foul, and they can actually go to the line for 2.
Yes.
Okay, so it's going to be Earlham ball, I believe. Out on the baseline here, closest to us.
And, they're going to set up a little 1-2-1-1 press here.
A little diamond press here. Unless that guy's kind of sneaking up, then it's a 1-2-2.
It's a 1-2-2.
And it might even be a little bit of man the way they're following him around. Nope. I'd hold it, but no, they're going to go for the layup. And one! Jared Peterson's got a couple and ones and flexes his muscles. 23 points for Jared Peterson. 54-49, minute 22. That was a big bucket. It was even bigger to get that and one to potentially go up 6 with a minute 22.
And Peterson hits the free throw. That's his 24th point of the game.
watch for maybe some screens or something.